Subscribe to this YouTube channel please and enjoy watching the video. Here we go. England's slender hopes of reaching the Cricket World semi-finals are officially over with their fate sealed following a 33-run defeat to Australia, their fifth loss in a row of an utterly dismal tournament. Pakistan's rain-affected victory over New Zealand earlier in the day meant the defending champions would still have had the slimmest of chances of making the top four had they won in Ahmedabad. However, they malfunctioned with the bat once again, all out for 253 in a chase of 287, having been rolled for 215, 170, 156 and 129 by Afghanistan, South Africa, Sri Lanka and India respectively. England had a sniff while Ben Stokes, 64 off 90, was at the crease, with the Test captain putting on 84 with David Mallon, 50 off 64, from 19-2 and then 63 with Moeen Ali, 42 off 43, from 106-4. But when he was out to leg spinner Adam Zampa, 3-21, yelling no as he swept the leading wicket-taker in the competition to short fine leg and then Moeen holed out off the same bowler, all belief looked lost at 186-7 in the 40th over. David Willey, 15, Chris Woakes, 32, and Adil Rashid, 20, kept England just about afloat with late boundaries, but Australia ran out relatively convincing winners in the end, inflicting a sixth defeat in 7 on their opponents, with Rashid last out to the first ball of the 49th over. England's impressive bowling effort comes in vain. Defeat was harsh on Woakes, 4-54, and Rashid, 2-38, the standouts of a fine bowling performance as England dismissed Australia for 286 in 49.3 overs, an innings in which Marnus Labuschagne, 71, top-scored before falling LBW to Mark Wood, 2-70. But the batters let England down again. Johnny Bairstow, 0, caught down the leg side from the first ball of the chase, Joe Root nicking off for 13, Liam Livingstone, 2, pulling to mid-wicket for 2 and skipper Jos Buttler, 1, skying the impressive Zampa to long off as he holed out 7th ball. Buttler is averaging 15.14 in the tournament with just 106 runs in 7 innings and has only reached 20 once in his last 5 knocks, while Bairstow is averaging just 20.14, Root 26.85 and Livingstone a paltry 10 with a top score of 27. England's final 2 games, against Netherlands on Wednesday and Pakistan next Saturday, are now purely about restoring pride after an appalling few weeks and aiming to finish inside the top 8 in order to qualify for the 2025 Champions Trophy in Pakistan. Australia, meanwhile, have moved closer to the semi-finals after a 5th consecutive victory, although there were signs of fallibility against England as a number of players failed to press on after making starts. Steve Smith, 44, Cameron Green, 47, and Marcus Stoinis, 35, the guilty parties. Australia stutter with the bat during victory. Labuschagne added 75 with Smith for the 3rd wicket after Woakes accounted for Australia openers David Warner, 15, and Travis Head, 11. Inside 6 overs, Head caught it slip before Warner ballooned a slower ball to mid-wicket. Rashid then had Smith and Josh Inglis, 3, pouched at backward point in successive overs, taking his tally of wickets against Australia in one-day internationals to 47. Stands of 61 between Labuschagne and Green and then 45 between Green and Stoinis followed, before Australia lost 3 wickets for 24 runs from 223-5, starting when Green was bowled on the sweep by Willey. That lower-order collapse did not cost Australia in the end, although there were nervy moments as Stokes, who began scratchily before finding his rhythm as his innings progressed, shared 50-plus stands with Mallon and Moeen, and Willey, Woakes, and Rashid then smoked late boundaries. Zampa, however, followed his enterprising cameo with the bat and 3 wickets with the ball by taking an excellent diving catch on the run at fine leg to dismiss Willey, leaving Woakes and Rashid with too much to do. Buttler, we have let people down. It's certainly a low point. I've had a few, but definitely as a captain, to be stood in this position when you arrive in India with very high hopes is incredibly tough. We haven't done ourselves justice. Coming into the tournament, we fancied ourselves to have a real go at it and push whoever it was going to be all the way. we've let ourselves down. We've let people down at home that support us through thick and thin. My own form has been the biggest concern. Coming into the tournament, I felt in a great space, so to have not played as well as I can in such a pivotal role is disappointing. My own performance with the bat has hurt us. What's next? The top two, India and South Africa, collide in Kolkata on Sunday. India are already in the semi-finals after 7 wins from 7, and South Africa have also made the last 4 after 6 wins from 7, with their sole loss coming against Netherlands. We signed